Again, this is Clark Brown with Restoration Advisors, and I've got a real short live video for you today. This is a little bit of a continuance of our podcast yesterday with Jon Grubb with United Restorers. We were talking about digital marketing, and after the session, I had a couple of thoughts, examples, and I just wanted to give a little extra here. So when I'm talking to restorers, whether they be peers, colleagues, clients, friends, enemies, anything, I just usually it comes around to digital. I look at their digital footprint, because when I'm talking to someone, it's usually they are trying to improve their processes on being customer centric and focused on the customer, and working less and less with the insurance companies, because that's the platform and the model that I seem to be really, really good at. So I'm usually having those conversations, and the very first part of that is I've got to go look at your Google, your Google search. I can do a Google search for you and see what people would find. Now, let me stop there and tell you, Google My Business, googlemybusiness.com. Some people will call it GMB. It's free. You need to do it. If you don't have a Google My Business, you need to get a Google My Business set up. You apply, you give the information, you will receive a postcard in the mail at your physical address. And the reason they do that is because they want to prove that people are actually there. And that keeps all these other companies from hacking the system and pretending they're in a place where they're not. So you're going to get a postcard, literally a paper postcard from Google. It'll have a 9-digit code. You enter that into your Google My Business you've set up, and then you become validated. They've proven that there's actually a brick and mortar and an address there. Google My Business optimizes your business from a localized standpoint, which means people, I don't know the number. I'm not a digital marketing expert. I really want to make that clear. I would say the number has got to be close to 70% of people are looking for services, products, and home services from a mobile device, which means that ecosystem is much different than a desktop and just Googling something. Looking for, I need a haircut near me, a garage door opening company near me. It geofences your business. So you need to be using that so that you can serve your community. But inside of that, you're going to have a profile. You're going to put some, your images. It's another social media platform almost. You have control of it. You can put images. You need to update it and optimize it. That's the link you will send people to give you reviews. But you will also set up your website there so people can link there, but your hours of operation. So this is what I wanted to get to today. I can't tell you how many times I go and look at hours of operation for businesses in our space that are claiming to be emergency services, and this Google setup, even if it's not Google My Business and it's just your typical Google information, there's a profile. You have a profile set up for you. If that is set that we close at 5 p.m. and boys and girls, I promise you it's out there, lots of it. At 5:01, if someone is looking for your service through a mobile device and on their phone or anywhere, it will say you're closed, and it will be in red letters, and they will keep looking, and they will not call you. If you're 24/7, you need to set up all of your platforms, such as Google My Business, Facebook, wherever you are, you need to spotlight that. Why? If you're in this business, you know that after hours calls are the best. I like to call them the Wagyu beef of the water damage, fire damage, loss world. The reason they're the best is because two things. If it's after hours, whatever that is, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it's probably an emergency. They're not waiting until tomorrow. They need you now. That cuts out a lot of the tire kickers and the sales process. It's probably severe enough where it's a pretty good job. We do charge after hours in this industry, so the volume of that is going to be much higher. And I think you just have a big opportunity to really show the customer the value of your services by the quick response, the immediate action that you're taking, the processes that you're going to follow, and set up containment containment and do your engineering investigation on asbestos and lead and whatnot. After hours are customers who really need you. If you're not getting those, and maybe you don't want to, maybe with the labor shortage, you're just like, man, my folks are burnt out. I would consider positioning your company to be more available after hours, stagger everyone's start time and let them start coming in at 7 or at 9 or 10, 11 o'clock so you can capture some of those after hours. I know a lot of people who will say they make 40% more on after hours jobs than they do on others. Profit. It's good stuff. Okay. So make sure you're all set up in your Google My Business or your Google page. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sorry. Google My Business is the easy part. It's real explanatory. But if you need to go deeper, you need to find a good digital marketing expert to help you. Yesterday, we had Jon Grubb on the podcast. He would be more than happy to help guide you through some of that stuff. Go to unitedrestores.com. There's a lot of people out there that can help you. You might have another business friend that is good at that stuff. Probably somebody in your network is marketing savvy. I do okay. While I say it's not my space, I own a business, and I have to know enough to be competent in those areas because I have to market. I have to be presented in a way that people can find my services so that I can help them with their problems. But I just wanted to tell you that those are the primo jobs. Those are the Wagyu. That's a really good big tomahawk steak. And if you're not getting those because of your hours, it's an easy fix. If you are 24/7, make sure that your pages and all of your marketing is set up to know that because that's where your value really shines through. That's all I've really got today. I hope you appreciated it. Take care. Drop us a comment down below if you've ever had that happen or if we can do anything for you. Take care.